As you can see, we don't have the kayak with us today. We're testing out the new dry suit. I haven't had an opportunity to test it out yet, just because I've been ill since I bought it. And, you know, I've kind of put it on and all that, but I haven't tried it on in the water and really gave it a full send and made sure all the gaskets and the zippers are leak proof. So there's no reviews on YouTube about this specific suit in this company. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to share with you all how this dry suit works. Is there any leaks? Do I feel comfortable in it and warm? So that's what today's video is all about. We're at a local lake here. I'm just gonna go take a swim, float around in it, really float for about 5 minutes, especially on this rear gasket. Then, you know, that relief gasket down below. Make sure no water's coming in where it's gonna get me wet and uncomfortable in a hurry. Yeah. Let's go take a swim. All right, we've been in the water about 10 minutes, I would say. And I was comfortable the whole time. You know, I just kind of laid back on my back and made sure my hips were below the water for this front zipper and made sure that back zipper was under the water the whole time. For at least 5 minutes there, I had them both under the water and no water came in whatsoever. I feel perfectly dry. And it's crazy, I actually felt warm out there. That's another thing I wanted to test out in today's video. You know, how many layers I need underneath this suit to keep me warm and comfortable when I fall in or outside the water, you know, with the wind and all that. So I wanted to make sure I had enough layers on. If I did go in, I was still going to be warm and comfortable. So I've been standing out of the water now for about 5 minutes and my body heat is still pretty warm. The only thing that's cold on me is my hands, which I didn't have no gloves on at the time. That's something I probably do need to invest in. Some gloves, you know, for if I go underwater. I have those fishing gloves, which I'll put the link in the description, but you know, those aren't really submerge proof. They are waterproof, splash proof, but they're not really made for swimming or going into the water. So that's one thing, you know, I might have to invest in to keep my hands warm. As you noticed in the video, I stayed afloat the whole time. I was wearing my PFD, and you know, all the air that's in this suit that's trapped actually made it into a flotation device as well. So I didn't think about that, but my legs were floating pretty easy. The boots you saw in the intro where I was putting on the suit, they're my NRS boundary shoes. So they floated pretty well, but my feet are warm. My whole body's warm. The only thing that's cold is my hands. Now I didn't submerge my head. I don't have a head gaiter on or anything that's gonna keep my head warm and dry. But the main thing, I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to leak along these zipper lines anywhere or my gaskets, to make sure that they were going to stay waterproof and no water was going to seep in. So I tested out all this on the suit today, and I have to admit that this suit is amazing. You know, I thought maybe this neck gasket would be a little uncomfortable, but you get used to it. At first you're like, ugh, I don't know if I could fish in this gasket all day. But, you know, out there wearing it now for, I think it's been 20 minutes straight, I'm pretty comfortable. So this gasket kept the water out. I did have some water go over my collar and kind of get into my neck. So I'm kind of glad that happened, just because I wanted to see if water would get in through my neck, and it did not. I actually had to open up the gasket because I had all this air built up right here around me. And I kind of lifted the gasket out and let the air bleed out, so I'd be a little bit more compact, because I look like a marshmallow out there floating around. So you can tell that it traps air in or out. So that's a good gasket around the collars and all that. So super impressed with the suit. All the links will be in the description below if you want to try out the suit. Like I said, there was no reviews on the specific suit, you know, if it leaked or what, you know, how it hold up. And I'm just really impressed with how well designed this suit is and how comfortable it is. Now, the only negative about this suit is, this is my first dry suit, so I didn't think about it at the time when I ordered it. I just kind of liked the style of it. I thought that'd be a good suit to fish in. Was you have to have a partner to zip you up in the back. So I thought about making some type of paracord extension, and maybe I can, you know, pull it closed myself. I just don't know how putting that zipper in a bad angle, it might break it or, you know, not seal it up correctly. So, but most of the time, this type of year, you probably want to go with someone anyways, just for safety. That's one thing, you know, that's kind of a negative. You know, they have the suits where you can zip it in the front of you. So I highly recommend probably one of those suits if you're by yourself. But this suit, as far as it being affordable, being dry, being comfortable, I give it a 10 out of 10. The only thing I'd give it a low score on would be that zipper in the back. But like I said, if you're with someone, it's not a problem. Well, as you can see, we're back home now inside the garage. So sorry about the lighting and all that. But after editing and stuff, going through the video clips, I forgot to mention some of the few specs that I wanted to highlight in the video. So I thought I'd take the opportunity now to take care of that. So just a few of the specs that attracted me to this suit on Amazon was, number one, the Relief Zipper. I get so annoyed when I'm in waders and you know, I got my PFD on camera and I gotta take all that stuff off before I can go to the restroom real quick. So this was pretty important to me, where I didn't have to mess with my life jacket and take the whole suit off and put it back on just to go to the bathroom real quick. So it does have a release zipper, and that's what I mentioned in the video today, was I made sure that was submerged in the water for a while. Really checked out these seals on these zippers, made sure no water was coming in. So check that off. Both zippers are great. Now it does have these two zipper pockets here. And what makes this a dry suit versus a semi-dry is those latex gaskets. So, you know, they're latex. They form around your wrist and your neck really, really tight. That way, water won't seep in there. Versus a neoprene. The neoprene will be more comfortable, but with these, it's going to keep you safe from the water and not let water seep in or stuff like that. Another negative I forgot to mention was, it's not really a negative for me, because I wear, you know, wool socks. I also have those NRS Boundary boots that's got, you know, 3M on them as well, insulate. But as far as the booties, the feet, it's just like a thin layer of this material. It's not a real thick boot, so it's not going to provide your feet warmth. So just keeping that in mind when you order these, you need some type of extra, you know, sock or a boot that's got extra insulate. Also want to give a shout out to this company that hooked me up with this awesome blanket. The company's called Get Out Gear. And they sent me one of these in the mail. They know I kayak camp all the time. So they're like, man, you need to try out our blanket. So, it's a down blanket. I'll put all the links and the information in the description. So right now it packs really small. So I do a lot of kayak camping, where something that packs really tight and small is vital for me, just so I don't have to take a lot of gear with me and all that. But with this blanket, it actually has a special material in here that fluffs. It fluffs up within a matter of minutes, and it really gets really thick and warm real fast. So, you know, this can add an extra layer in that sleeping bag while you're camping. But also, if you just noticed, I unsnapped it. So if you're during soccer season, football season, baseball season, you want some added warmth and comfort at the fields watching your kids play, you can simply snap this together, and it's got a hole for your neck, and you just kind of sit there at the game. Don't worry about the wind blowing it off or anything like that. Now this is windproof, waterproof, so if it is raining at your camp or at the soccer field, you can pull over your head and turn it into a poncho. So it's already getting thick with that insulation in here. And it's got these buttons that run up all the way to the top of your neck, keeping it secure on your body. That way it don't blow off, or you don't have to worry about holding it the whole time. So if a soccer ball comes at your face, you can put your arms and catch it and not drop your blanket on the ground. But mainly, like I said, I'm going to use it for kayak camping as soon as I get to go this spring. I'm going to have this in my sleeping bag for an extra warmth layer, just in case those nights get a little bit chillier than normal. So great blanket. It's got a lot of awesome little added accessories to it, little specs. It's going to make it a little bit easier to use and sit with it. But as you can see, it's already inflating, and it gets really thick and warm. And just another added accessory you can take with you. Throw in the car, keep in your vehicle. Anyways, we gave it a full send today with horrible temperature, horrible weather, and I was warm the whole entire time. So I highly recommend this suit, and definitely check them out. And if you ever need something for extra safety, definitely think about dry suit, and of course, wear your PFD. Well, that's going to conclude today's video and wrap up with this review on this awesome suit. So So thanks for watching. I hope to see you on an upcoming adventure out on the water fishing.